Sometimes it's very obvious when you've got a hard question. This one doesn't have a chart or a graph, but it still is a lot of text. I can see some sciencey words just looking at it already. And then those choices. Oh, those choices, right? So no matter what, remember, our goal is not to absorb every single detail. We are thinking about certain strong words. There are things that we should kind of get used to having like pop out of the text. That includes the passage and the choices, right? So let's see what we can do here. What seems to matter? Initially observed in 2017, the interstellar object Oumuamua, whatever it is the first object of its kind to be seen in our solar system. Researchers have been puzzled because its acceleration cannot be entirely explained by the gravitational pull of nearby bodies. So there's something puzzling. That stands out. It's not even about the thing. It's what the scientists thought about the thing. There must be a non-gravitational influence on its velocity and trajectory. So there must be something else. Some previously suggested explanations for this non-gravitational acceleration involve mechanisms that are unlikely or unrealistic, such as geometric effects from Oumuamua being potentially composed of several spatially separated bodies. What? Okay, who cares? Now, Jennifer Bergner and colleagues propose that the non-gravitational acceleration is due to the gaseous expulsion of entrapped hydrogen from Oumuamua's water-rich icy body. So, I should have read the question first. Which statement, if true, most likely support the claim made by Bergner and colleagues about this, right? So they're talking in other places about other things that might have explained this, but our job is to focus on the end, right? So it's something about this gaseous expulsion. We're trying to prove that. That's the thing. So hopefully we get a choice that in some way talks about it. Let's see. A, existing proposed models of outgassing, so that seems good, from this thing include the direct conversion of nitrogen or carbon monoxide from a solid to a gaseous state without becoming liquid, but these models have theoretical or observational inconsistencies. Okay, what? First of all, inconsistencies seems bad. So if they're saying the outgassing is not a consistent model, then that doesn't seem to support what these people are saying. So again, notice that it's not about the science. My issue with choice A is not about the specific science, not about astronomy or physics. It is about just the general, like what it means for a theory to have observational inconsistencies. The theory could have been about anything, any topic, but that's bad, right? That doesn't sound like you're supporting something. It sounds like you're saying that the theory is bad. So I don't like this. Plus nitrogen and carbon dioxide, we're talking about water and hydrogen. So again, I don't want to get too much in the science, but that seems like the wrong stuff. Let's look at B. Oumuamua, I don't know how to say this, trajectory is inconsistent with a non-gravitational acceleration that would be caused by the release of hydrogen gas resulting from the processing of water ice, but the interstellar object's observable properties can be explained if it is a significant component of molecular hydrogen ice. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, inconsistent, if it's with hydrogen, seems bad, right? Because they're talking about the hydrogen. And water, right? So this, again, that word inconsistent is doing the same thing it did in A. Seems like we're undermining what we're saying. But the interstellar object's observable properties can be explained if it has a significant component of molecular hydrogen ice. Okay, maybe. It's talking about hydrogen, but inconsistent, that's the word that bothers me. Let's keep going. Since non-gravitational accelerations of interstellar objects are several orders of magnitude weaker than gravitational accelerations, deviation from behavior that could be fully attributed to gravitational pull has been detected on a limited number of objects similar. Okay, this has nothing to do with the gas. So I don't even know what it's saying. I don't care. Talk about the gas. That's what I want to know. D, exposure to interstellar cosmic radiation can result in the formation of embedded pockets of hydrogen gas in water ice. So already we've got the right nouns at least. Okay. Moreover, when traveling through the solar system, this thing experienced warming sufficient to alter its icy structure and allow for outgassing. Now, again, there's a lot of nouns that match up, and that's really nice, but it's not the nouns that interest me. It's the adjectives, like allow, right? It's saying this is possible. This is a thing that could happen, right? It's moving. This radiation, I guess, is causing the hydrogen gas, and then as it moves, it warms. Sufficient, right? Another positive word saying that we're allowing this outgassing. Outgassing, I've never seen that word before this question. I don't know what that word means. It's a great example too of like, yeah, you can study a bunch of words, but when the science stuff hits, you are not going to necessarily know all those words. They're too specific. But outgassing, you should be able to understand what out means and gassing means and put them together. And like expulsion of gas, expel means to make something go out, right? That's an easy fit. So right now, I'd be pretty confident in D, right? It's got a lot of the right connotations that I want. It's talking about the right things. It seems to be saying that the gas is what's doing stuff. They're saying that gas is doing stuff. I don't really care about the whole story about this whatever it is. It's rock, I guess, this interstellar object. I only really care about the part that this question told me to care about. So all the more reason to pay attention to the question, which I know I neglected to do at the beginning, but like they're telling you to look at a certain spot. They're telling you to focus on a certain thing. Yes, we kind of need the whole passage to get the big picture, but most of that passage was unusable information, stuff we couldn't use because we didn't understand it, but also it didn't matter for what our task was. So the answer is D, but this is not a question that I would mark for review. This is not one I'd be nervous about. I barely understood what I was doing, but I understood just enough to be like, it really can only be D. Nothing else makes any sense. And thinking about connotations definitely helped me. This is negative, that's negative, this is positive. Like we're trying to support these people's theory, so we needed something like that. Hopefully that helped. It was a hard question, don't get me wrong, but like it goes to show that some of these hard questions are gettable if you just kind of trust yourself a little bit and don't let it overwhelm you when you see all this information coming at you at once.